Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am Dana Waldy, licensed esthetician and makeup artist. And I don't know if I've been this excited about a video in quite some time. Don't get me wrong, I love all the videos that I do. I feel that, and I hope that I'm offering value to you and you are finding my channel as a resource. But today is extra special. I have a deep love and affection for skincare gadgets and modalities in the industry. My personal belief is that I really believe in prevention is key, and I take a needleless Botox approach when it comes to skincare. And I really wholeheartedly believe that if you're using the right skincare and then maybe some different skincare modalities at home, you can do so much preventative work before needing Botox, fillers, and even further on, maybe plastic surgery. There's just so much prevention that is at our fingertips now. So that is why I'm so thrilled to talk about today's product review. Today, I'm going to be talking about a new radio frequency handheld device that you can use at home by a company called Newa Beauty. So they are, in my professional opinion, I wholeheartedly trust their technology. So Newa Beauty is kind of a sub company of a larger conglomerate called MV Medical. MV Medical is a huge company. They are responsible for creating the big different devices and lasers and machines that doctors and plastic surgeons work with. And now they have created Newa Beauty, which is your at-home retail version of those professional strength treatment. So some of you might ask, what is radio frequency? And the short abbreviation of that is called RF. So if you hear me reference RF throughout the video, I am referring to radio frequency. So radio frequency is a form of energy. It's in the same wavelength as sound energy. And what it does is it creates a heat within the skin and it works down into the dermis to stimulate collagen production. This is a technology that is FDA approved. I'm sorry, I should say the device is FDA approved. They use a 3D technology, which is a part of what MV Medical is known for and while their devices are so effective. I have not seen any other at-home radio frequency device, so to me this is very exciting. There are lots of other modalities out there like microcurrent, where there's several different types of microcurrent companies, where Newa Beauty is the first to kind of hit the market for an at-home radio frequency. So some of you might ask, what's the difference between radio frequency and microcurrent? So the two actually work ideally together. So like I said, the radio frequency is working within the dermis, sending those heat waves to stimulate the collagen. So it's going to be better for more of those superficial fine lines and wrinkles and the actual texture of your skin, because we are stimulating that collagen synthesis process, where microcurrent is working with the muscle. So microcurrent helps to kind of strengthen the muscle. So that is going to be better for firming, lifting, plumping, where radio frequency is actually better for the texture of our skin and the actual fine lines and wrinkles that we have on our skin. So as you can see, if you're able to use a microcurrent at home and a radio frequency device, we are hitting the skin at so many different levels. We're working on the muscle and then the actual physical skin. If you followed me on my channel for a while, when I first launched my channel, I did a review on NuFace, which is my favorite at-home microcurrent device. I'll make sure to insert a clip up above so you can watch that full tutorial. So today I'm going to do a full tutorial and demonstration on how to use the Newa Beauty device. So I'm going to tie my hair back and we're going to hop right in. All right, I have my hair tied back. We're gonna hop right in. I'm gonna go through a full demo on how to properly use this. You might see me refer to my notes because I have so many talking points that I don't wanna miss, so I might need to refer to my notes. I actually was able to take a call. Newa Beauty had reached out to me and asked if they could send me a device in exchange for my professional opinion and product review as an esthetician and a professional working within the industry. So when they did reach out, they also wanted to schedule a call with me, and so I feel so grateful and privileged. I got to speak to their head of research and development, their head of R&D, and they gave me such a thorough breakdown on how to do this. They answered all of my questions and they spent so much time with me, and I just felt so honored that I was able to actually speak to them, and they carved out that time for me. So I have lots of notes, like I said, so we're gonna jump right in with the product review. So when you receive your Newa device, it comes very beautifully packaged in a very sturdy box, which you can store your Newa device in. Once you open the box, you receive the radio frequency device, your Newa device. I was sent the one that actually has to be plugged in while you're using it, but they do have a separate one that is wireless. They just happened to be out when they were sending me my device. So this one does have to stay plugged in. You also get a tube of their conducting gel. This is very, very important. It has to be used with a proper conducting gel, so I recommend staying with their brand so it works synergistically with the radio frequency device. And then you also get a cute little carrier bag. So I actually store my conducting gel and my Newa Beauty device in my little cosmetic bag, so it just all stays nicely packaged together. And then within the box, you get a ton of literature, very thorough directions. I highly recommend, if you do get one, I recommend definitely reading through all of the literature and going through the instructions. There's a lot of information in here and you wanna make sure that you really know what you're doing. Or I hope you're using my video as a guide, and I'm really gonna try and hit every single point so I don't miss any details. Okay, so first thing first, I plugged my device in, so I have it plugged in. You're gonna remove the lid. You're gonna see the top here is where all the conducting happens and all that energy comes out. So on the side, you have two different levels. I'm gonna start on level 2 just because I have been testing this product for about 2 weeks now, and I feel comfortable with it at level 2 on the sections of the face that I'm gonna start with. On areas where skin is a little bit thinner, you're gonna wanna move it down to level 1. The heat can feel a little bit intense, so if you're just starting out, start at level 1 and then work your way up. Then I'm gonna take my conducting gel and I'm actually gonna apply it right to the top of the device. So when I do this, you know, a lot of times when I'm using skincare gadgets, I'll do it in bed at night. You know, I've kind of got it down now and you can feel it, but you'll see that right now it's blue, and that means that the device is not completely warmed up yet. Once it's turned green, it's hit your max capacity or that ideal heat energy wavelength that we really want. You can still certainly start when it's on the blue, and then as you're working on the skin, it really warms up and you're gonna feel that heat in the skin. So an idea is, you know, your first couple of times you might want to do this in front of your mirror so you can kind of see when the light turns green, so you can see that it's reached that maximum heat. So I'm gonna hop right in on the directions. They really map out about 3 sections of the face. So the 3 sections where it's actually been FDA approved is right here along the jawline, so those jowl area. So this is a nice area to hit if you have more sagging skin and more jowly area. Then we have section 2, which is gonna go here, and section 3, which is right around the cheek area. Now on the device, they do say that it's not that you can't use it on the forehead or around the eye. Those are just the 3 main sections that have actually been FDA approved. Of course, you can still do it on the forehead. It's safe. and around the eye area, just as long as we're working around the orbital bone. And for me, my problem area is actually my crow's feet. So I have certainly still been working right underneath that orbital bone and definitely hitting it around my crow's feet because I really, really want to focus on that area. So without further ado, we're going to get started. So I've put it up to like the level 2, like I said. I'm going to go ahead and hit that start button. Once you hit that start button, that is when the device starts warming up. I'm still gonna go ahead and start working on areas of my face. I'm actually gonna work in section 2 first and not below. Just so you can see it better in the camera to start off with. And we are gonna work basically from right here, my mid chin, all the way up to the ear line. And you're gonna work the device in small circular motions. One key thing to know is that before you start, you have to remove all jewelry. So remove your earrings. I took off my necklace. I took off my rings. You want to make sure you remove all jewelry because metal can be a contraindication. If the device happens to hit along the metal, it heats up quite a bit, so we definitely don't want the metal to burn your skin. So if you also have any type of facial piercings, you definitely want to take that off, especially nose ring, anything around the lip. We just don't want to heat the metal up, which will ultimately burn the skin. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start here. You can see how quickly it's already turned green, so we're at that ideal heat wavelength. So yep, it is warm. You really feel this. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna go and work in a circular motion. And you can work up and down. You could certainly work all the way up, lift it up and take it down, but I just wanna keep contact on my skin. I want all of that energy working down into my epidermis and dermis to really stimulate that collagen production. And you can see I'm just doing those small circular motions. So the device will actually let you know. It will do a small vibration once you should finish that section of the face. So I'm just gonna keep working it until it vibrates and then we'll move into the third section. Okay, I finished the first section of my face right here. Technically, they refer to this as section 2, but today that was my first section. Once the device was done, it does a little boop boop, little vibration, and it goes back to that blue color. So you're gonna need to push it again, and then I'm gonna start working it right here along the cheek area. Same thing, we're gonna do small circular motions right around my cheek. One thing that I forgot to mention before I started with a completely clean face. I didn't have anything on my face. I washed it. I didn't do any type of toner, serum, nothing. You want the skin to be completely clean so the conducting gel and the energy is able to completely penetrate through the skin. So make sure that you're starting with really, really clean skin. So let's start on the next section. I went ahead and hit the button again, and we're gonna move up to this next section. Okay, so I finished that cheek area section. I hope the camera's picking it up. You can see how visibly red I am. It does get pretty warm, but it actually feels really calming and soothing on the skin, to me at least, so you can really see that difference of the before and after. A couple of contraindications I wanted to not forget to mention is that this is not for anyone who is pregnant or nursing. It is not for anyone who has a pacemaker or a heart monitor, and not for anyone who has rosacea. So those are the main contraindications that you definitely want to avoid. So I'm going to move now into the forehead just to kind of show you that area, the entire forehead. So we're gonna add a little bit more of the conducting gel so I can get that surface area covered. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the on button. And same thing, on my forehead, I do it in a circular motion. You can see how quickly that heats up already. So I just kind of work it section. I'm working the right side of my face first, and then I'll go ahead and do the left side. So I cover the entire right side of my forehead, and I'm just doing that circular motion. And at the same time I'm working the forehead area is when I do that crow's feet area. I take it down along the orbital side of around my eye. You do not want to use this on top of the eyelid. Do not use it on top of the eyebrow or any type of hair. I'm just really working on the side where I have those crow's feet. And then I bring it back up and I'm still working on that same section of my forehead. So I kind of do that crow's feet area and my forehead all at the same time. Okay, I've completed the entire right side of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and do the left side off camera just so I can even myself out. Again, the only section I did not do is below here. It's just a little hard to do with angling of the camera, but this is section 1. The Newa is safe for the neck area here, and they say the décolleté area. So I'm gonna hop off camera and complete my treatment with the left side of my face. Okay, so I just finished a full treatment on myself, and a couple of key things to do post-treatment is, first thing you wanna do is make sure you keep up with the cleanliness of your device. So if you're using it on yourself, you're just gonna wanna use a towel to remove the extra conducting gel residue. As you've probably seen in some of my other videos, I'm using my favorite makeup towel. I love these. I use it to wash my face. They're nice and dark, so makeup doesn't stain it. So I'm just using that towel on my Newa device. If you are a professional working in the treatment room, I did talk to the R&D team. So if you were gonna use this on clients, you would wanna use a alcohol pad on here to properly cleanse the device. And then you're gonna put the top back on and then just properly store it. You're gonna wanna turn it off, unplug it, so that you can properly store your device. So then in the first month of using the Newa device, a couple of things that to be aware of is that in that first month, you're gonna wanna do the Newa treatment on yourself anywhere from 4 to 5 times a week so that you can really get those beautiful results that you're looking for. So it's more of like a boot camp in that first month. After that, you can kind of spread it out a little bit longer. And I'm curious, my first treatment, I have done some before and afters, and I'm gonna start tracking my results just with my wrinkle depth when I smile, especially around my crow's feet. Is that something you're interested in? Do you wanna see kind of a recap in the next maybe month or two and see some of my before and afters of my results? If that is something you're interested in, drop me a comment below so that I know you wanna see a video on that. Otherwise, I never wanna waste my time. I always love feedback from you, my audience, what you are loving and not loving, what kind of stuff you wanna see in the future. So if you do wanna see some before and afters and kind of progress of my results, drop me comments below and let me know. And then post-treatment, so I still have the conducting gel on myself, so you are gonna wanna properly remove that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my little makeup towel and a really gentle cleanser on my skin. It's the Cashmere Cleanser from Hydropeptide. It's super gentle because the skin is feeling a little, it's warm. So I don't wanna use anything aggressive. You do not wanna use any type of acids pre-treatment or post-treatment. Everything needs to be very calming and soothing because we've done so much heat in the skin. So I recommend a nice, gentle, creamy cleanser post radio frequency treatment. And I think that sums it up. If you have questions, of course, drop me comments below so I can get those answers to you. If I do not know the answers, I will reach out to Newa Beauty and get those for you. So please make sure to drop all of your feedback below. And then, of course, if you found value in this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know what type of content you are loving and looking for. And I drop videos every single Tuesday. So if you want to get notified every time I drop a new video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye.